Greetings, film fanatics. Filmholmes here, and welcome to another rendition of Too Many Movies. So over the weekend, I got the opportunity to go see a movie that I did not think I was going to be able to see in the theaters, but I am so damn happy that I did. It's a movie that really isn't getting that much press. It's not really been built up or anything. I saw the trailer when I went to see another movie, I don't remember which one, and it looked really, really good. I mean, it is technically a children's movie, but as we all know, a lot of children's movies nowadays are just as much for adults as they are for kids, and sometimes more so. And in a way, I kind of think that's how this movie was made. It's more for adults, but kids can really enjoy it. I mean, it is a kid's movie. But enough of me blabbering on. I really want to talk about this movie. Over the weekend, I got to see Kubo and the Two Strings. And I'm going to talk about it and give you my opinions right now. Kubo and the Two Strings is a stop-motion animated movie, and I don't know how much. I mean, the majority of it is stop motion. I'm sure there was, of course, a lot of like CG and whatever, which is perfectly fine. It's an animated feature film, and it is beautiful. It is gorgeous to look at, and I didn't know that it was stop motion. So at first I thought, well, the animation is a little bit off, and then it hit me. I'm like, no, this is like claymation or animation, and it looks awesome. I mean, there are a lot of parts you can tell that it's stop motion, but that's the charm of the movie. One of the many charms of this damn movie is that. And it is just a beautiful movie. I can't say that word enough. It is gorgeous, beautiful, mesmerizing to just look at. Even if you turn the volume off, you're going to love watching it. And they did a fantastic job. There are some parts where it looks real. It looks like real life. And I still don't understand how they pull that kind of stuff off. But Kubo and the Two Strings, if you don't know the plot, Kubo is a young, I believe around 8 or 10-year-old boy who lives with his mother up in the mountains. There's a small town underneath him. It shows at the very beginning, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the mother escaped from somewhere from her two evil sisters and her father, Kubo's grandfather, after they killed her husband, Kubo's father, and she fled to get away from them to protect Kubo because the grandfather actually took one of his eyes. Again, you learn all this in the first 5 minutes. You kind of learn in the trailer, so it's no spoilage or anything. And it begins with a narration of Kubo telling stories. What he does to take care of his mother is he's able to do this sort of magic with his guitar, where he brings paper mache stuff to life to tell his stories. And the paper mache stuff they do in this, where he plays the guitar to tell the stories, first of all, the music is also magnificent. I already bought the soundtrack. It is on my phone as we speak. It is oh my god, it is such it has that old samurai style to it, that like old Japan feel to it, but it's also very different. I don't know how else to explain about that. I'm not good with music. I don't know how else to explain it, but it is such a wonderful soundtrack to listen to. It's well worth, I think, $12 or something. But anyway, even with the beautiful music, Kubo's a wonderful storyteller. The voice actor they have for the kid, I believe he's in Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I know, get with the times. But he is just perfect as Kubo. Does a great job. But he tells stories to the village, but he never seems to finish the story. But eventually, I don't remember why, but Kubo does something. I believe it's when he tries to talk to the spirit of his father. And all these years, his two aunts are trying to find him. They finally find him. And eventually it leads Kubo to go on this journey with this monkey, a beetle, I believe like a dung beetle, and also one of his little paper mache samurai guys. They go on this journey to find the unbreakable sword, this helmet, and this armor. He has to get those. That's the only way to defeat his aunts and his grandfather. And along the way, he learns much more about his parents and about himself. The script is fantastic. A very solid script, and the only funny part is the humor doesn't really come into it until about halfway through, when Kubo meets Beetle, who's voiced by Matthew McConaughey, and his mom is voiced by Charlize Theron, and I didn't recognize them. All the voice actors in this, like George Takei's in it, I didn't recognize his voice at all. I didn't recognize anybody's voices. Ray Fiennes, I believe he plays the grandfather, didn't recognize him either. It's beautiful. It's not a distraction. I thought Beetle was George Clooney for a second, and it's actually, like I said, Matthew McConaughey. Great job, and he's hilarious. That's when the comedy comes into play. And at first, it's a little out of left field, at least it was for me, because the movie had it's oozing with charm. It had its charming moments and a little bit of humor from this old lady in the village with Kubo, but besides that, not much comedy. It got pretty dark. And when his aunts show up, it's actually very creepy and a little too scary for kids, probably. But, kids nowadays, they're either pussies or they just aren't scared by anything. So if your kid's a pussy, don't take him to see Kubo. But it is... I forgot the point I was making. But the voice acting is spectacular. It is on point on everything. And it just makes the script even that much stronger. The script is solid from beginning to end. The humor comes out of nowhere, but it's very, very well-written comedy. And it's not just from the Beetle. Eventually it goes to Monkey, even to the little samurai guy. Even the grandfather has some funny lines, and Kubo does as well. And this journey that he goes on, it never gets boring. It's an hour and 40-minute feature, and for a kids movie, that's a pretty long time. They're usually barely 90 minutes. But nothing in this seems forced, like it was tacked on or it should have been edited out of the movie. Everything serves a point, and it's a very emotional story. Probably, again, a little too emotional for kids to get it, and maybe kids are smarter than I think, I don't know, but I was just into it from the beginning. I wanted to know the secrets, where is the mother from? Why are the sisters evil? Where does the mother get this magic? And you find that out in the beginning anyway. What happened to the mother to make her so comatose? Again, you'll see. And were she only after dawn? I'm sorry, after, not dawn. At night, basically, when the sun goes down, she kind of becomes herself again, but then quickly relapses into a coma. So why is that way? What really happened to Kubo's father? Why was he killed? How did the parents meet? You find out all about Kubo's past, why his grandfather wants his other eye. And it's a very tragic movie, but also a very triumphant one as well. And the ending, it doesn't give you some kind of ending where everybody lives, because that's not life. And I don't like those kind of movies where everything works out in the end. It didn't, in a way. I mean, it's a kid's movie. It's a happy ending. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's also a dark ending. And it's triumphant, like I said, but also very realistic. And the last shot and the last narration by Kubo tugged at my heartstrings. It really did. And it just was like an exclamation point on the movie. It was like a mic drop, like, boom, bitch! Movie was fucking awesome. Boom! It was just phenomenal. I heard it was getting like almost 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's at 96% right now. It's in the high 90s for audiences. It's not making as much money as it should, and that's why I want to do this. It's not like I have millions of subscribers, don't even have hundreds of subscribers, but please, please go see this fucking movie. Please go and see it. Even if I'm 30 years old and I'm telling you, this isn't just a great kids movie, it's a great film. Please. The script is brilliantly written. The voice acting, brilliantly acted. It's directed brilliantly. The stop motion, brilliant. The music is brilliant. I'm sure this movie has flaws and I can't think of anything. I mean, maybe there were a few things that could have been taken out or some parts of dialogue, but it is dramatic, it's funny, it's an adventure. It made me feel like a kid again because it's an adventure movie. And I really don't see how they would do a sequel to this. I don't know how the story would continue for Kubo, but if they could do it, if they have the right story, it'd be well worth another 5 years of doing this for them to complete it. Because that's how long it took for this movie to be made, which is usual for animated movies, but they did that with stop motion. That's honestly pretty impressive for a movie this size. And oh my god, I mean, just the sets. And they are sets. I mean, just everything. The locations are just gorgeous to look at. It's better than most, like, real samurai movies I've seen. And it's respectful of like that of the culture and of that type of lore. But it does its own thing. It's its own story. It's different. I mean, when I saw Kubo and the Two Strings, that's kind of a weak title, and it kind of is. Maybe that's why this movie isn't making a lot of money. It's just not appealing to people, and the first thing people, the public sees is the title before the trailer. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be a piece of shit. And of course, I was 100% wrong, and it is one of the best movies I've seen this year, and I'm going to buy it when it comes out. I want it in my collection. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I can't wait to watch it again. And if I have a chance, I'll go see it again in the theater. No joke. I will go see it in the theater. I did not want to go see Star Trek Beyond again in the theater, but I will go see this one. That's how good this is. Really. Please give it a chance. I'm trying to think of anything else I could say about this. I just want to get this review out there so maybe somebody sees it. Whether you've watched my stuff or you haven't, it'll make you want to go see it because the movie is that damn good. It is. This is Filmholmes giving 2 thumbs up like Siskel and Ebert would back in the day that I can remember. I've been talking about this movie since I saw it yesterday, and I don't really want to stop talking about it, but I don't want this to get super repetitive, which maybe it already has. But Kubo and the Two Strings, all around, is a brilliant movie, and I'm afraid it's not going to make enough money, or as much money as it should, which unfortunately that happens with brilliant movies. A lot of the biggest flops ever in Hollywood turned out to be some of the most cherished films, like Wizard of Oz or It's a Wonderful Life. Even Shawshank Redemption wasn't a flop, but it barely made its budget, and now it's considered one of the greatest movies of all time. And I'm also bringing it up for a reason, because that will be my next review, actually, will be Shawshank Redemption, but you'll see that when it's up. But Kubo and the Two Strings, I can't give this any less than 5 out of 5. I can't. Maybe when I see it again, I'll see some flaws, I'll see some things I don't like, but the editing is spot on, the directing, the writing, the voice acting, the locations, the music, everything is pitch perfect. They made just a wonderful film that hopefully, if it doesn't gain its audience right now, it will eventually. It's that good, to where if it's not appreciated now, maybe in a year or two with Blu-ray rentals or DVD rentals, people will discover it and it'll make back its budget that way. A lot of movies have done that, and this one is good enough to pull that off. But again, 5 out of 5. Please go see this. I hope this at least makes its budget. It's like $60 million, and it's barely made $20 million right now. Hopefully it'll do well overseas and it'll get it back, because to the people that made this, to the director, the writers, I want them to get more work. And obviously they will. But actually, wait. I want to see my photos. I want to see the studio. Who made this? I'm sorry, but I want to see what studio released this. Focus Features. I can't even think of who the hell that is. I've never heard of them. But you guys, whether this makes the budget or not, you made the right call making and distributing this film. Thank you very much. This is the reason why I love movies and why I love going to the movies and why I'm trying to make my own movies. Is because I want to make art. And Kubo and the Two Strings is purely art. There's so much in it that I kept going like, that's why I want to be a filmmaker. That's why I love film. When it comes to the writing, directing, blah, 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 the same list that I've said a million times now, that's what this film is. I'm giddy about it. I'm giddy that I saw it. The only thing I will say, I did see it in 3D, mainly because we wanted to go to an earlier show. Don't see it in 3D. There's absolutely no 3D aspects to it. I don't know why you put the movie in 3D. It's such a fucking gimmick. I hate 3D. It's so stupid. Even with big-time movies that are made with 3D stuff, it's still not worth it. That's my only complaint. And that's not going to take the score down any. It's still 5 out of 5. But don't go see it in 3D. Don't spend that money. Just see it regular, if you could see it in IMAX with the sound and the big screen, please do. And if the only way you can do that is through 3D, then honestly, it's worth it for 3D just to have that experience. But don't expect actual 3D. I don't remember there being any. Nothing flying past my face. Nothing, not a zero. But Kubo and the Two Strings, please get the word out if you love this movie. That's what I'm trying to do. Wonderful film, not just for kids, also for adults. I'm Filmholmes. This was Too Many Movies. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, I got more shit to watch and more to review. Stay tuned next time. I will be doing Shawshank Redemption. So, until then, go see this movie. Goodbye.